I thought that was a very unique pick.
Whoa! What the heck, Kyle? Where'd you go? What happened? We we just started and we lost Kyle. They can't hear you. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Picks Podcast. My name's Matt, and that's Green to the right of me. It's just me today. Kyle's not here, as you can see. He might have been here for a split second, but he had to go. Glaze himself because of we got to win. Oh, there he is. All right.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, he's back. Oh, he's literally back. I didn't even have to do anything. There you go. All right, say hi to the people, Kyle.
Hi, people.
It is week 11. It's week 11. I can't even believe it's week 11 already of the Picks Podcast.
Kind of crazy.
Dude, this season's going too quickly. Too quickly. Enjoy it while it lasts. I mean, you and I had a great week. We got to see our Eagles win in person on Sunday Night Football. I went 12-3 with my picks, and I made a boat ton of money doing it. And we got our first win. We got our first KPTs win, which is just outstanding, phenomenal, and all of the adjectives that describe good things. So, yeah, great week, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk through everything right now. We've got a lot of stuff. We got Josh Allen to talk about. We've got the major movement going on in the NFC, the rise of the Bears, the rise of the Panthers. We got the Bucs and Lions on the way down. We're gonna go through our visit to the Link on Sunday Night Football, and we're gonna talk about Kyle's win, getting the first KPT's win of the year. But first,
There we go.
as always, this week in football. And as always, we're gonna get the bad news out of the way first. Another not death, but near death. We have New York Jets cornerback Chris Boyd in critical condition after being shot in Manhattan early Sunday morning. The shooting happened around 2 a.m. on West 38th Street in Midtown, according to NYPD. Police have released pictures of the suspect and are actively looking for him as of Monday. Chris Boyd remains hospitalized as of today. So thoughts and prayers are with him and the Boyd family. I don't know, man. Just tough. Very, very tough.
Yeah, hate to see that.
Hate to see that. I guess it gets a little bit better for the Jets because on Monday they announced that Justin Fields will no longer be the starting quarterback. And instead they will go with Tyrod Taylor this coming week in week 12. We lost you again, Kyle. What's going on, man? What are we doing? Nope. Please pardon the podcast while we go through diagnostic problems. You guys get to see everything live that happens. The stuff I have to deal with. Yeah, maybe I'll cut some of this stuff out. Oh, you're back. All right. We have your audio, by the way. Can you talk to me?
La 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 la
Yeah,
la.
okay. Is that the Febreze jingle?
Yeah. Breeze. La 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 la.
All right, so podcast listeners, you may hear this, you may not, but we lost Kyle again. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it just to see if you go anywhere. Hopefully not. But yeah, Justin Fields out, Tyrod Taylor in. This was quite obvious to anybody, right, Kyle?
Yep. Justin Fields can't throw the ball.
In 9 starts, he's 128 of 204, 62% completion percentage. 1,200 passing yards. That's about 140 a game. 7 touchdowns to 1 interception. 383 rushing yards. 3 lost fumbles. I think he had 3 rushing touchdowns. The big stat for me though was in 9 starts he had 4 games of 50 passing yards or less, which is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So, and we were there, right? We were there in the at MetLife when the Jets fans were chanting for Tyrod Taylor. So,
Yes.
They're getting what they want. And
Mhm.
I think they definitely need to get on board with Tyrod because it was rough. It was quite rough.
Yeah. Definitely.
We've got Jamar Chase being suspended for 1 game for spitting on Jalen Ramsey after an altercation between the two in Sunday's game during the fourth quarter. Ramsey was ejected somehow for not somehow. He punched Jamar Chase in
He
response.
punched him and retaliated to his spit, but they
Yeah.
didn't catch the spit.
Yeah, he caught it, and then Chase denied spitting despite clear video evidence showing otherwise. So.
See, they always miss the first spit.
I know.
They missed Dak Prescott's spit. They missed the first spitter.
Dude.
It's always the retaliator.
Jamar spit first. Jamar spit first.
Yeah.
And I just traded for him in fantasy, and he had 3 catches.
Did you see
it?
Did you see what he's saying to try to appeal the suspension?
I know he's appealing. I didn't see what he said though.
His explanation for appealing it is that if he was gonna spit on him, he would have spit in his face, not the jersey or the ground.
That's like a murderer saying, "Dude, if I was gonna kill him, I would have just shot him in the head, not the thigh."
Exactly.
Like
I don't think that's a good look.
That's a terrible explanation.
If I was gonna do it, I would have done it with no witnesses.
I don't think the NFL needs to. Yeah, he's like, yeah. If I was gonna kill him, I would have gotten away with it.
If I was gonna kill him, I would have got away with it.
Yeah, I don't even think the NFL needs to send a letter. They can just call him up and be like, "Yeah, Jamar, you're not."
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Last but not least, Commanders kicker Matt Gay was cut after missing 2 field goals in Madrid, including a potential game winner. Washington has signed Jake Moody. Jake Moody back in action off the Bears practice squad. Rest in peace, Matt Gay. You have a great last name. We'll get into these injuries. Actually, quite a lot of injuries. I didn't think there were that many, but there are.
No, there was a lot. I know my fantasy team screwed
I know.
by injuries.
You've got your boy Josh Jacobs. He did
knee
not return.
contusion.
Yeah, so he's considered day-to-day. They haven't ruled him out in week 12 yet, but he did not return after exiting in the second quarter with a knee injury. We've got Michael Penix did not return after exiting Sunday's game with a knee injury. Later confirmed to be a partially torn ACL, and they said he's expected to miss the rest of the season. It is now Captain Kirk time in Atlanta.
It's a good thing they'll get a high draft pick.
Yeah, they can use the.
Oh boy!
What if they get like the 8th overall pick or something? Oh wait, they don't have it. What?
What?
I mean, dude, this is like. I think this is. I mean, we're gonna get into this in a little bit, but I think this might be it for Penix. Like, I mean, so in college, right? Two ACL tears, broken collarbone. He had an.
This
AC
is a
joint.
different knee.
Yeah, but now he's gonna have 2 surgically repaired knees. So it's like.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna have to be a discussion for Atlanta this offseason for sure.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, Drake London is considered week to week with a knee injury, as a PCL issue going on. So 2 knee injuries, two separate knee injuries, but both bad news for the Falcons. Calvin Ridley broke his fibula, and he's going to be out for the rest of the year. Finished the year with only 17 catches, 303 yards, did not score a touchdown in 7 games. And then you also had Chamiri Dike ruled out at halftime with a concussion. So, I mean, it's getting really bad for Tennessee. It's getting real bad, unfortunately.
Yeah, Tennessee's not looking great.
Tennessee, it's not looking great. Dylan Gabriel left.
And they got Seattle this week.
Oh my god! I mean, they got to be in the tees, right? They got to be. They got to be.
Seattle -6.5.
Yeah.
That would be the tease.
Maybe. Dylan Gabriel was ruled out with a concussion. We're going to get into the quarterback play of Shedeur Sanders in a little bit, but he left and not return. He's in concussion protocol. I mentioned Josh Jacobs earlier. Quay Walker also suffered a shoulder stinger and did not return. Chargers running back Kamani Vidal suffered a thigh injury, did not return. I don't know if that's going to play out too much.
No, I think he did return.
I have that he didn't. That's from the NFL website, but I don't know.
Maybe I saw an old highlight at the bar.
He's on your fantasy team, right? So
he is on my fantasy.
Maybe team. Maybe you know. We got Aaron Rodgers exiting in the third quarter with a left wrist injury, later revealed to be a fractured left wrist, but won't require surgery. He's expected to miss at least 1 week. We've got Lane Johnson exiting early in the first quarter on Sunday Night Football with a foot injury.
Les Frank injury.
Liz Frank fracture.
4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, this one it's
could linger too.
4 to 6 weeks. This one's really tricky to diagnose too. Like I've seen people miss the whole year because of this injury. I've seen it be as less, like Kyle said, like 4 to 6 weeks, and that's usually being a bit generous. I mean, at his age with his injury history, I mean, you gotta wonder if you start.
I think you shut him down until the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, you're gonna have to squeeze whatever you got. I mean, he's still playing at a high level when he's healthy. It's just, it's really tough given his injury history. Doesn't get any easier for Philly because Cam Jurgens also left Sunday Night Football in the fourth quarter. He was just returning from injury too after like a 3-game absence. So Eagles might be down a couple of O linemen heading into Week 12. And finally, Bucs cornerback Jamal Dean was ruled out after exiting in the first quarter with a hip injury. So yeah, quite a lot of injuries, quite a laundry list. But thus is football. Speaking of football, we got games that were played in Week 11. Starting on Thursday night, we've got the New York Jets in what was likely Justin Fields' last start of the year, barring injury from Tyrod Taylor, and the New England Patriots. Patriots come out on top, 27-14. This one was surprising because, I sat down, this is one of the games we thought we'd touch on for like 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and then get right into Sunday. I sat down and I watched what I believe to be a competent football team. I watched the Jets open the game on an 8-minute, 14-play touchdown drive. And then I had to think about what team I was watching because I'm like, the Jets don't do that kind of thing. They don't do that sort of thing. But they did.
Yeah.
They looked really good to open the game. He had Trayvon. It was the Trayvon Henderson show, though. He had all the touchdowns. He had three touchdowns in this game. I know that there were a couple of bad calls, but nothing too notable. The Jets, I mean, it's very surprising to me that the Jets were actually close in this game, considering they only have one takeaway in 9 games, which is like borderline unbelievable. But with Fields coming out now, how do you think he played in this one? Because I didn't think it was too bad.
I thought he played okay in the first half, but then like the problem with Fields is like once he's forced to throw, he can't throw.
He can't throw downfield,
and it's just bad. But like in the beginning of the game when it's like a neutral game script, or if they had a lead, which that never happens, I think that he plays adequate because especially when they use him in the running game.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed. I had a gut feeling he was going to score and not only score first, but I changed it to just him scoring and the Jets covering the spread, which was looking promising until
man, yeah, that's right.
Until the fumble, which was the Tua turned the ball over turnover of the week, Justin Fields.
Really?
Congratulations. This was the turnover play because one, it pissed me off because after that happened, I knew they weren't going to cover the spread. Also, I thought it was funny that he kind of like aborted the snap.
Yeah.
And he's like, instead of diving on it, he's like, oh, I'm going to make a play. And he like picks it up and then like bobbles it in the air and it falls right into a Patriots lap.
Yeah.
So, and now he's benched. So,
I mean,
that's what happens when you commit a Tua turn the ball over turnover of the week.
That might be the last award he wins this year, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he played okay. I mean, given the history, this benching was obviously warranted. But I mean, like the one deep ball I've seen him throw, he made an accurate throw, and it just A.D. Mitchell dropped it. So like it's just
A.D. Mitchell, newest member of my dynasty team.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say that's your boy too.
1 for 6.
Jesus.
For targets, not great.
Yeah.
He had a couple throws that like there was that one that everyone saw like, oh, it was a perfect throw, perfect for Justin Fields standards. Still a tough catch.
Yeah, it's still a tough catch, but even still.
No, I honestly I think the Jets low key kind of remind me of the Giants with Russell Wilson, where I feel like if they more so like they also need a draft and another free agency period.
Yeah,
but I think if they get competent quarterback play next year, I think they'll be like in the hunt. They're not gonna. I'm not saying they're gonna make the playoffs or anything, but I think they're going to be more like a competitive team
I mean,
than they are this year.
could you imagine this team with competent quarterback play? I mean, with that deep, I mean,
I think with competent quarterback play, they might win this game. They could have won this game.
there's more than one game this year. I mean, there's at least two. There's the Broncos game, and then there's definitely
This game.
There's probably more that I'm just not thinking of off the top of my head, but
Yeah.
I don't think they're like making the playoffs with competent quarterback, but I definitely think they're like borderline 500. I think that's probably pretty fair.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, give us your Drake May glaze because I know you've got it.
Shout out to Ben. It's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday,
Happy
Ben!
birthday, Ben.
Woo!
I have our segment. I have his comment for the Drake May glaze of the week. We got the sky is blue, the sun rises in the east, and the Patriots beat the Jets. We're on to Cincinnati. That is Ben Murphy's Drake May glaze of the week.
Sponsored by.
Also,
Ben
speaking
Murphy.
of Drake May glaze, have you seen the his wife on TikTok and all the comments that his wife gets?
No. People going
So
after
Drake May's wife.
I didn't even know he was married.
Drake May's wife, she posts like baking TikToks. So she like makes like sourdough bread and like cookies and stuff. And like all the comments are like, Giselle never baked for us. Please make sure he doesn't eat too much, or else Drake May will get a tummy ache. make sure our king eats healthy. You know, it's really funny stuff. It's all glaze for Drake May for his wife's TikTok. But she makes it looks like I want to eat her sourdough. Her sourdough looks really good.
You want to eat Drake May's wife's sourdough?
Yes, I do.
Is that code for something?
We respect women here on this podcast.
Yeah.
We respect.
Yeah. No, we respect women. We should get him in that baker commercial. Man does bake.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, take us to Madrid. Take us to Madrid.
Madrid, Spain. This was a game. This game was great because I originally was going to pick the over in this game in the team. But divine intervention intervened, and I went with the Eagles instead. Led to our first win of the season. Thank God, because this game should have hit the over, but it didn't because neither team could score in the red zone. I believe there was 3 fourth and goal stops in this game. I didn't think the Dolphins were perfect goal to go situation this season until this game.
Yeah,
which is just terrible. Yeah. So the Dolphins win 16-13. This game did go to overtime. On the back of Devon Achane, dude, he's so good.
I know.
There was a play in the fourth quarter where I thought Devon Achane, he like was running backwards and he was like right on the edge of the sideline for an 8-yard loss, and then somehow he evades 2 defenders and gains 8 yards.
Yeah,
it was insane. I as you said, I was like, that was stupid because I was just rooting for points at this point.
Yeah,
and he got like almost the first down, and I was like, oh my Lord, this man is amazing.
Did you bet the over?
He's literally their whole offense.
Did you bet?
What?
Did you bet the over separately?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was upsetting.
Yeah, that was upsetting. But I mean, yeah, could you imagine how like cooked they'd be if they didn't have Devon Achane? That means literally their whole offense.
He's so good, and Mariota, he played all right, and then he basically threw an interception at overtime that lost them the game.
Yeah, that was tough.
Right into triple coverage. Tua at the podium.
Oh my God! I saw
if you wanted to have him at the podium at the end of this game, he was being asked like, where else would he like to play?
I want to play in Jerusalem.
He's also played. Yeah, he chooses a very controversial area in today's political comment. He could have chose anywhere. He could have said, I mean, he's from Hawaii, so he's played there, but he could have said like, I don't know, China, China.
I think
Japan. That'd be a pretty cool place.
I think Moscow might
Australia.
have been a better answer.
Nah, he went with Jerusalem.
Bro, I saw a comment on Reddit that said it looks like he's a big Tua State solution guy.
That's hysterical. But yeah, I mean, this low key was an interesting game.
I've never seen
Dolphins
2 teams.
Low key though, 4-7. Mike McDaniel's spicing it up.
Yeah,
I don't know if Mike McDaniel's gets fired.
He's playing his way back into the coaching position, which we thought was inevitably going to be lost this season. I don't know.
The thing with McDaniel's though, like his schemes, like he's so like if you talk to any fan base right now with a struggling offense, the Eagles, they're all like, I will sell both of my kidneys to get Mike McDaniels as
Yes,
offensive
dude.
coordinator.
He is such a
Because
good coordinator.
if you just
just
watch
not
any Dolphins
talented.
football
Like they're
games,
not.
it's all to his fault. Like these guys are getting open. It's really creative route concepts, really creative run game concepts with Achane. Obviously,
Yeah.
he's been feasting, but like it's just that is he is it maybe just like the culture down there in Miami? People want to play, go to Florida. That's always been a thing down there,
Yeah.
But and then Washington's just kind of been a disaster.
Yeah.
Their season, they're now with the Ravens starting to come back. They're in the season from hell candidate, I would say, for the Washington Commanders. But yeah, they're 3-8, not looking great. I'm not. I'm excited to see my friend Aaron, obviously friend of the pod, but I'm not excited that that's the Eagles game I decided to go
You're
to
gonna
near the end of the
watch.
year.
You're gonna watch one game. I mean, because if the Eagles are still bland on offense, that game might be like 16-13 again. Might see the same score. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much with you. Washington's out of this now. I mean, what's that? 6 straight losses now for Washington.
6 straight losses.
Yeah,
That's just terrible.
That's tough. But to your point, Mike McDaniel might be playing his way back into the role. Back into
Actually,
the
no.
head coaching,
KB's grapevine news. KB's grapevine news. Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, did say that he believe Tua and Mike McDaniels will be with the Dolphins next year. So he gave a little vote of confidence.
Okay.
This might have been before the Jerusalem comment. So
we'll have to see.
We'll wait and see about the. I honestly Tua, I think, is more the problem than Mike McDaniels.
Well, yeah, I would agree with him. All right. Tell us about your Jags, Kyle, because they got a big win on Sunday.
This was a big win. Jags win 35-6. I don't know what to make of this Jags team. They're inconsistent at best. Sometimes they look really good, like how I thought they would look at the beginning of the season. Other times they lose and they're not great. But no, they looked really dominant in this game. I think part of it, I think Justin Herbert is a little injured. He got banged up in this game and was taken out for Trey Lance. But at that point, basically, the game was kind of almost over. Trevor Lawrence, he did all right. He had an interception in this game, but like didn't really do much to win it, but didn't really do much to lose it. Obviously, this is mainly dominant performance by Jacksonville's defense. Yeah. And then also the run game too. I think Tootin ended up getting a touchdown. Travis Etienne had 2 touchdowns. So yeah, I mean, just an absolute crazy game by the Jaguars.
I think the jury's still kind of out on Trevor Lawrence. I don't know. I mean, I
sold my Trevor. I was a big Trevor Lawrence believer. I
was too. I wanted him to
moving
be
off
so
a dynasty.
Good.
I'm kind of out because I mean
I had him last year
in fantasy. I think Liam Cohen's a good coach, and Brian Thomas was good without him last year. He's not good with him.
Yeah,
bust of the year, Brian Thomas.
Oh my god, dude, terrible.
Moved off of him as well this week.
Yuck.
But yeah, I mean the Jaguars, I behind them. I have money. Basically, I have a futures. Matt knows about this, but I have futures for Bills, Jags, Eagles to make the playoffs, and then Dolphins. I think it was Dolphins. I think it was Dolphins, Jets, Cowboys, and Browns to all miss the playoffs, and Giants. And Jags making the playoffs is the one thing, but this win was huge. This game was one of the games where it was the highest swing in playoff probability based on a win or a loss. I think the Jags now jump up to like 67%
I remember you telling me about
the playoffs. If they had lost this game to the Chargers, they would be probably down to I think it was down to 30 to 25%.
Might have been less than that. Might have been sub 30.
Might have been even less. But that means 6-4. Chiefs also lost, which is huge for them. I mean, we'll get to that later, but no, Jags are squarely in a good position in the playoffs. They can even make a run for the division because they still have to face the Colts twice.
Yeah, we could see there. I mean, this is more of what I expected from the Chargers after the Joel injury. Definitely not this bad though. 135 total yards for the Chargers. I mean, that's not at all what you'd expect from a team that's 7-3 at this point in the season. A couple other things on this one. Josh Hines-Allen became the all-time sack leader for Jacksonville with 56 total sacks. And then I don't know if you saw this, but punter Logan Cook and the long snapper Ross Matisic took a picture with Trevor Lawrence after the game because it was the first game this year that the Jaguars did not have to punt in. They did not punt once in this game. So they took a picture together to commemorate the occurrence, which I don't know.
Yay.
I don't know if we'll see that again, but good for them.
Gotta love to see that.
Also good for the Buffalo Bills, who shut me up right quick with a 44-32 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 44-32, by the way, scoregami. We love that here.
Yay!
Yeah, I mean, I guess the question is, right, does the consistency of the Bills offense lie with the wide receivers? Not really, as we learned, because Josh Allen had just one of those games. Again, 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. Remember, that rings a bell. It's because he did it last year. He became the first NFL player in the history of the sport to do it, and did it
He's
again
now done it twice
on Sunday. So he's now done it twice. I mean, look, if Stafford and Drake May weren't having the years they're having, I'd argue Josh Allen's just the clear-cut MVP. Based on what MVP stands for, most valuable player, the Bills would literally be hot garbage without Josh Allen. They would be.
Yes, I agree.
They would absolutely be a sub 500 team. I have no doubt about it if they didn't have Josh Allen. He's not 290 total touchdowns. It's the most in NFL history by anyone before turning 30 years old. I mean, and ultimately the difference in this one was just Josh Allen made more plays than the Bucs did. And that's even with the freaking, which I thought was going to be the Tua turn the ball over, turnover of the week, where he just had that shovel pass. Like he was about to get sacked, and then to avoid getting sacked, he like took it and threw it with 2 arms right to Jacob Parrish to avoid the safety. Huge goal line stand for the Bills, though, after that, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess the consistency does not lie within the Bills wide receivers if Josh Allen can just do that all the time. Because I mean, like, you look at the Bills wide receiver group, and it's like they're really missing Stephon Diggs, very much so. I think. I mean, you have Keon Coleman, who, by the way,
he was inactive in this game.
Healthy scratch because he was late for a meeting. This is the 3rd time in 2 years that he's done that now. So he was benched, and he's also like not that good when he's playing. They signed Mecole Hardman. He was injured in this game, did not return. I'd say Khalil Shakir is probably the closest guy that they have to like consistent on a week-to-week basis. But
we both have more yards than Khalil Shakir in this. He finished the game with -3 yards.
Nothing, dude. Yeah, like no, less than nothing actually. But like to my point, he's not even close to a wide receiver 1. And then you have Gabe Davis, who came back from injury. Okay, and he's all right. Like, I don't know. They need a guy to step up. They need a guy to make Josh Allen's
Shavers. I mean, he
Tyrell Shavers
4 for 90 and a touchdown.
He looked all right, but like you need a guy. I mean, because if they just sell out to stop the run game, right? The Bills' offense becomes extremely one-dimensional. Now, granted, Josh Allen is just that good of a player where even if you do manage to shut down James Cook, it still might not matter just because Josh Allen is Josh Allen. But the blueprint going forward for anybody playing the Buffalo Bills should be readily apparent. Stop the run game, sell out, put 7 guys in the box if you need to, and just get after Josh Allen, and then put a spy out there. Fairly simple concepts. You just have to.
Not always easy to do. I think honestly,
it's easier said than done.
The other part of it is the Bills' run defense is terrible. If you look at Sean Tucker, had the game of his life, 19 for 106, 2 touchdowns on the ground, and then another touchdown through the air. Honestly, it should be if you are going against the Bills, I think your goal is to stop the run because Josh Allen, I don't even know if he is stoppable at this point.
Yeah, no.
And basically run the clock out, keep Josh Allen off the field as much as possible.
Yeah, yes, like I said, easier said than done, but yeah, I think the blueprint should be pretty straightforward going forward. Big win for Buffalo. Thanks for making me look like a fool because the last episode of the podcast was titled "The Bills Are Broken," and now Josh Allen's on this week's thumbnail, throwing up, celebrating with 6 touchdowns. So thanks, Josh. Appreciate you. He's a nice guy. I like Josh. We like Josh.
Yeah, we like Josh.
Moving on, we've got the first place 7-3 Chicago Bears, currently sitting atop the NFC North through 11 weeks, defeating the Minnesota Vikings 19-17. This may be the most unbelievable storyline of this year. I think Ben Johnson has clearly established himself as maybe not the front runner, but definitely a name in the Coach of the Year candidacy. I think
Coach of the year definitely tough award to win this
I
year.
think
There's
it's
a lot of
three
good
guys.
candidates.
I think it's three guys. I think it's Ben Johnson, Mike Vrabel, and Shane Steichen. I think it's one of those.
I agree.
I think it's one of those three guys.
Mhm.
I
I'll
mean,
probably just end up being whoever has the best record of those three
which
guys.
is it really should be because like going into the year, I think the Patriots definitely had the most upside. They spent the most money in free agency, so like the fact that they're good, yes, it's a first year coach, cool. I think they had the most upside, number one. So I think
Plus
that
their schedule merchants.
and their
Some are saying.
schedule is terrible. So that's also I think a fact or a factor.
I mean, easy. They love their schedule. I wouldn't call it terrible. I would love to have the Patriots schedule.
Yes, I mean as a
Patriots schedule is historically one of the easiest
it's
schedules
so
of all
bad
time right now.
It's very
That's how
bad.
it's looking.
So I think while yes,
And they still lost to the Raiders.
which is crazy. I mean, week 1, yes, but still crazy. I picked that game right, by the way. I picked the Raiders in that game.
So did I.
As much as I love Rabel, I think that kind of eliminates him in my eyes, at least.
Plus, he's already won. Voter fatigue.
I think it's really between Ben Johnson and Shane Steichen, and I'd probably give the edge to Shane Steichen just because the Colts had literally zero expectations this year. If you told me the Colts were 2-8 through 11 weeks, I would believe you. I think even more so than the Bears being 7-3 somehow. This is Chicago's 5th win of the year when trailing in the final 2 minutes of the game. That's the most such wins in a season since 1970. And I mean, the Vikings kind of swindled this one away in the fourth quarter. They had 2 fourth quarter touchdowns. The one came with 50 seconds left. You had Cairo Santos. He got to play redemption after missing a field goal earlier. He finished the day 4 of 5, including the 48-yard game winner, which was set up by a 56-yard kickoff return by Devin Duvernay. Both quarterbacks were 16 of 32, perfectly balanced, as Thanos would say. McCarthy, I mean...
You mean 9?
9 was upset with himself, Kyle. 9 had two first half interceptions, 9 did.
Yeah.
9 also wasn't helped by some crucial drops from Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson. There was a video of Jay Jettis visibly frustrated after his drop. 9 can't keep getting away with playing poorly, piss poor for 3 quarters, and then somehow turn it on in the fourth quarter. That's not sustainable. So yeah, this one was a pretty ugly affair. Both offenses struggled a lot throughout the course of the game, but I mean, in the end, Chicago, they prevail once again. It's impressive. I mean, they're in the same category, I would say, as Denver, save the really good defense, right? It's like inconsistent play. I mean, I think they definitely have a better run game than Denver, but like it's just choppy offense until it matters. And it mattered when it mattered, and they got the win. So,
yeah. I mean, I don't know if the Bears are good. Bears right now first place in the NFC North, which is kind of crazy. Who would have thought that? But no, I mean, all their games right now have been 1-score games. Obviously, you're going to catch up to the mean. Look at the Chiefs based on how they were last year.
To the mean.
So, I mean, the Bears, they're in good position right now. Let's see what happens with them.
I'm happy for the Bears. I'm happy for Chicago fans just because you guys have had a miserable stretch.
Chicago's a really big
it's a
fan
good
base
football
that,
city.
You don't really realize because their Bears are always bad. But they love their Bears.
They're loyal. They show up. It's a good fan base. So I'm happy for Bears fans. I really
am. The Eagles Bears alliance.
I know. That's starting to gain a little bit of traction. You mentioned that on our way back from Philly.
Yeah.
And then Monday, my entire feed was filled with that stuff.
Yeah. So basically, if you weren't aware, the Eagles and Bears on Twitter's or X, the Everything app, they had an alliance set between the fan bases because the Bears, as we know, went 3-0 against the NFC East. Eagles went 3-0 against the NFC North. So we were cheering for each other during the season. But now the alliance comes to an end on Black Friday next week.
Which we were thinking about going to.
We were talking about this. I mean, we'll get more, I guess, more when we go to Eagles Outlook, obviously.
But I mean,
that is kind of crazy that game, which I think Matt and I both are Eagles fan asked at the beginning of the year, thought that was just like a win. Fun Black Friday and they should win.
Yeah.
Now that's arguably probably the most important game going into the rest of this.
For one seed purposes, that is the most important game left on the Philadelphia Eagles schedule through for weeks 12 to 18, which is asinine.
Which is crazy.
Asinine. I'll tell you what's not asinine is the Giants losing again. Tell us about that one.
Yeah. So Giants played the Packers. This was a game I was watching closely as I did have the Packers money line in the KBTs. As I said on the podcast last week, I picked that because I thought Russell Wilson was going to start. The next day they announced famous Jameis is in the game.
Our favorite
I'll
player.
be honest, I would not have picked this game had that news came out. I would have potentially gotten the over in Spain. So you know what? You never know. You know, that's the price you pay.
I'm glad it worked
when
out.
you're picking things early, but I'm glad it worked out. Anyway, but the Packers, I don't know what to think of the Packers, man. They lost Josh Jacobs pretty early in this one.
Choppy.
Jordan Love is just so frustrating to watch. He's just inconsistent. He makes the wrong, I don't think he reads the field particularly well. That was more apparent last week, but even in the first quarter this week, I honestly thought when he got out and Malik Davis, I don't know what the hell that was, but like that Jordan Love just gets me sick.
Yeah.
But Malik Davis came in.
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis, my bad, not Malik Davis. Malik Willis came in, threw a touchdown to Christian Watson. I honestly thought he looked better in that one drive than Jordan Love did.
We both agreed.
Majority of this game and last week.
We both agreed from what of that game. I mean, we listened to it mostly, and then when we got out of range, Kyle put it on.
We watched the first most of the first quarter games, like the first half and a little bit of the third quarter. But then we obviously had to drive to Philadelphia.
But we thought he looked better. I don't even think it was up to debate.
I agree.
He was
he looked better.
The offense just looked better. The offense just played better. I don't know. And you mentioned and I know this is crazy, but a soft benching perhaps. Maybe let him find a game on the schedule, let him sit. I really thought that they should have done it. This was the game to do it. Honestly,
I thought this game.
This was the game to do it. Yeah, injured is one thing, but I mean, he was struggling in this game, tremendously struggling in this game to find any sort of consistency.
Mm-hmm. But then he ended up coming back in the game. Obviously, the Giants played this very competitive. They had their run game looked pretty good. Devin Singletary, I believe, finished the game with 3 touchdowns.
Oh, he had 3?
Who would have thought that?
He had 2 in
he had 2.
I know he had 2 in the first half.
I apologize. He had 2 in the first half. Jameis Winston then ran one in for a touchdown.
The horse.
Jameis low-key played all right. Standard Jameis game. A lot of throws that were almost picked.
Yeah,
that's what they're saying on the radio. And then he ends the game with a pretty bad interception. But I honestly, rewatching it, think
I was gonna say
a little bit the corner, the receiver didn't really cut in when he was supposed to. He kind of gave up mid-route. But I mean, it typically ends in a Jameis interception. Packers win 27-20. The kicking was bad in this game, but mainly because of the wind.
Yeah.
The wind in the Northeast was crazy on Sunday. So, I mean, I don't know if you were outside at all, but crazy wind. Couldn't play any table games at the tailgate. Very sad.
I know. That was tough.
Very tough. But I mean, Packers are just I mean, right now they're the 6th seed, but not by much. I think by half a game.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know what to think of them. I mean, I think they'll probably make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to win their division anymore. No. I think the Lions are better, even though they've been inconsistent. Honestly, I think the Bears have been playing better than the Packers. But, I mean, they'll see what happens. They have a lot of divisional games coming up. And Giants, I mean, I think this year kind of sucks. Maybe they should have got a different coach at the beginning of the year. It's kind of a lost season at this point.
Mike Kafka.
Just got to hope Dart continues to develop because, I mean, he's looked great. And I think you're on to next year. I'm really liking, depending on who they hire a head coach, obviously. But I like the Giants' prospects for next year.
Well, the Giants, I mean, I don't think they retain Mike Kafka, who's now the interim right there. I don't think they retain him. So I really think they can get their pick, though, right? Because it's you have the young quarterback.
No, I agree. I think they're definitely the most attractive offer.
For sure. Because it's
opening, I should say. Because it's probably them. Tennessee and them are right now the only openings.
Yeah.
I think Mike McDaniel, even though I did say originally he was first coach fired, I think he could stay.
Jury's still out.
I think legitimately the only other 2 head coaches that I'm fairly confident will be fired at this point, I think Raheem Morris.
Yes.
The only thing I'm concerned about is now they might say the Michael Penix injury is his excuse to stay. I really hope not because I really don't like him as a coach. No. And then I think Jonathan Gannon
Yeah.
is also going to get fired because you can't have that many close losses.
Yeah.
Because then at that point, it just comes down to coaching. And I think that he
That's
hasn't
fair.
really shown much. Because I think Arizona's low key a pretty talented team. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of, and then the whole quarterback situation too with Murray and stuff. I don't know if he handled that the best way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see. But right now, I think those are the only. I mean, it's gonna be and also the available coaches are pretty bad too.
Yeah, it's not that good of a
This is
coaching
not
cycle.
this is not a good coaching cycle.
I'll get back to
But
the Giants
yeah,
for
we'll see
just
what
a
happens.
second. Yeah. Getting back to the Giants just a second. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think they have the most attractive job just given the young, talented, quarterback. And the defenses too, I think it's pretty promising. They didn't really have, they didn't have Paulson Adebo in this game. He tweaked his knee during warmups. I don't know if you saw this though. Abdul Carter was benched for the opening drive because he was sleeping at the team facility. He missed a walkthrough.
Allegedly, he's KB's grapevine. Abdul Carter saying that Mike Kafka changed the schedules by being the new coach, and he was
Really
actually at a treatment, and that's what he missed. That's
interesting.
what Carter said.
Conflicting
KB's
reports.
grapevine,
All right.
Yeah.
Conflicting reports. We'll see. But anyway, yeah. I mean, they've definitely got some pieces, and I think they honestly have their pick. I think they have their pick of coach. So I don't know who that's going to be. I've heard Mike McCarthy. I've heard
John Gruden.
I've heard John Gruden. I've heard Jim Mora. I've heard a few names. So we'll see. We'll see once and then obviously coordinators. Chris Shula, Rams defensive coordinator, maybe. Could get some looks. I don't know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna knock a couple games out real quick. I'll knock out the Texans and
Titans. That's a game.
Boring. That happened. 16-13. Texans win. Hey, Tennessee defense and special teams starting to show some major resilience. These
divisional game. I was kind of high on the Titans spread in this. I thought they might have been able to pull off the upset. Just Texans coming off like a big divisional game. They played Jags last week.
No, they played.
Yeah, they came off a crazy overtime.
They played the
comeback win.
Chargers.
So they were due. Yeah.
Oh, Texans. Yeah, they played the Jags.
Yeah, Texans. Yeah, Texans played the Jaguars. They came off that crazy comeback win. That was obvious letdown spot. Texans offense isn't that great. Titans played them close last time, so I just figured Titans were covering.
Yeah,
and they did. Pretty easily. I thought they had a chance to win, but
they did. Yeah, I mean,
obviously they're not that good.
Yeah. There's no CJ Stroud in this game. Didn't matter though. We got a lot of neck. We got Davis Mills, big neck guy.
The giraffe man.
The giraffe
Davis,
man.
the giraffe Mills.
Correct. And then you have Matthew Wright filling in for Kaimi Fairbairn. He kicks the game-winning field goal. Cam Ward threw a touchdown pass in this game, bringing his season total to 6. That's just as many interceptions as he has.
Maybe next week he'll get 7.
Maybe next week he'll get lucky number 7. We'll see. One thing I gotta know. We're gonna see. One thing I do want to point out though, Texans, if you're listening, go back to a backfield committee because you need it. You need it to be effective. Woody Marks, rookie, had he outcarried Nick Chubb 18-3. Marks had 2.4
yards.
2.4 yards per carry. Chubb had 5.7 yards per carry. Get them each 10 touches a game. I think you'll see a lot more consistency in your offense. We've also got the Bengals and Steelers. This one was pretty close early on, and then the Steelers started to pull away. What was the final? This one,
34-12.
34-12. I thought this was going to be scoregone.
They got 2 defensive scores, which helped kind of turn the tide.
I know Rodgers went down. I saw the
middle of the game.
The middle of the game, yeah. I saw the one play of note that I want to point out was Darnell Washington bowling people over. That was fun.
That was crazy. The whole bar went nuts.
The stiff arm, he ran a person over, and then he shoved. I forget who it was. He shoved me to the ground.
A big man. What is he? 6'9"?
I think he's 6'8".
I'm pulling it up. I have him on my dynasty team.
He is 6'7".
How tall?
Bro, that's bullshit.
6'7".
No, but dude, do you see his listed weight is 265? That's such BS.
265.
There's no way. Dude, that's a 300-pound man. There is no chance.
He's huge. There's enormous.
Dude, there's no way he's officially listed at 264. You're right. He's widely reported to be over 300 pounds, with some estimates placing him at 315. Dude, that is
Jesus.
crazy. So yeah, it was a big win for the Steelers. They definitely needed it. I really wanted to see a little bit more fight out of Cincinnati. I really did. This seems like the end of the Bengals this year. I mean, we're kind of in the same boat, right, as last year, right, where they're 4-8. They had to win out basically. They're now 3-7, so they're basically in the same boat. I mean, to their, I guess
They're in a worse boat.
they're definitely in a worse boat. But I'm saying, I guess to their help, the Steelers are in first place in the division at only 6-4. So it's not impossible. It's a 3-game difference. There are still, 7 games left. So
I think worst case scenario, like if best case scenario, they can only afford one more loss on the
probably, and that might still not be enough.
and that might still not even do it.
Yeah.
For 'em.
So I was excited to see Joe Burrow come back. I think if this sort of progresses, this lackluster play, I don't think we're going to see Joe Burrow.
I don't know if he comes back.
I don't think
He might want to come back though, still, because he's a little competitor.
Yeah.
Have you heard the rumors? Have you heard the KB grapevine?
What is the grapevine, Kyle?
Grapevine is telling me that there's been rumblings and tumblings. Joe Burrow potentially being traded this offseason.
What?
To either the LA Rams or the New York Jets.
Why would what? The Rams?
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
So the Rams, I've heard through the KB's grapevine,
they're gonna win another Super Bowl if they
combination
get
of
Joe
bunch of
Burrow.
sources, is that they're obviously the top 10 pick right now from the Falcons.
Yeah.
They're considering there's been people throwing it out there. KB's grapevine of them trading away their picks to get Joe Burrow because they think Stafford will retire at the end of this year.
Well, there was some discussion. You remember there was some discussion this offseason as to whether Stafford was going to hang it up. So I know that he's got,
and like and then also the Jets have all the picks. And they obviously
all the picks.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh they might do
God.
It. They have
Could
the pick.
you imagine they get Joe Burrow? That'd be cool. I'd like that.
And then Cincinnati's point of view is that obviously they need a lot of help on the defense and everything in the offensive line, and they've shown with having paid Chase Higgins with Flacco they can still score a lot of points. So I mean,
it's a fair point.
Paying them to and paying they're not a team built right now to handle quarterback on a max contract.
It's a fair, I don't know if it's necessarily a good point, but it's a fair point, right? I mean, I think it's worth having a discussion about. I don't know.
But yeah, people are saying it's going to be like, it could be, I mean, now obviously we're hearing it through KB's grapevine.
Yeah.
But it's going to be similar, I guess, to the Stafford trade.
AKA
years ago.
AKA Reddit and Twitter.
Yeah. No, KB's grapevine.
Oh my God.
There's more than just Reddit and Twitter. KB's grapevine is a better than Diana Rossini's source.
Yeah. We don't like Diana. You don't like Diana Rossini. I don't really have an opinion on her.
I'm out.
You're out on
Diana Rossini. Great KB grapevine.
I am not out on the Carolina Panthers. They are quickly becoming my number 2 team. I love watching them play. They got a huge come from behind win over the Atlanta Falcons in overtime, 30-27.
Are you taking over my Bryce Young stand that I was at
I
could
take over for you. I could
take over. Take the flag.
Mm-hmm.
Take the baton.
I could take over. So I'm constantly putting on lip balm, by the way, because I don't know about you, Kyle. My lips got so freaking chapped on Sunday night from the cold.
My lips are so chapped right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're very cold.
I've been constantly putting on Carmex throughout the show because my lips are just so destroyed.
Carmex, give us a sponsor.
I would love a sponsor from Carmex.
Carmex.
Is it? There it is. Delicious. And it tastes really good. That's how you're supposed to use it, right? You're supposed to just squirt it.
You're supposed to eat it, yeah.
The Panthers are only a half game back of the Buccaneers through 11 weeks, which is honestly kind of remarkable.
Raises that eyebrow.
They are raising my eyebrow. I mean, look, they were down 21-7 in this game in the second quarter. They held Atlanta to 6 second-half points. You had Ryan Fitzgerald kicking a 28-yard game-winning field goal in overtime that was set up by a 54-yard catch and run from Bryce Young to Tommy Tremble. I mean, dude, Bryce Young playing at a very high level of football in this game. He was 31 of 45, 448 passing yards, 3 touchdowns,
franchise
0
record for
interceptions.
the Carolina Panthers.
Franchise record and career high for Bryce Young. I mean, as far as like the play design goes, I feel like the Panthers offense has been extremely in sync. They're finally starting to treat Ted McMillan like the wide receiver number one that he is and will be for years to come. He had 8 catches, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns in this game. Rico Dowdle has done wonders for this team. I know he didn't exactly light it up in this game, but I've really been liking like the early down play actions. They've been mixing in the runs very, very well. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but that's a big time win for Carolina. Huge.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, their offense is just so fun to watch too. Like it's very basic too. If you watch the Panthers play football, right? I'll go back to that 54-yard catch and run by Tommy Tremble. It's just a basic stick and nod. And basically what they did, they had 5 wide. They're making it very easy for Bryce Young. It's kind of Colts-esque in the same sense as like, a lot of pre-snap movement, protect Bryce Young, let him do his thing, spread out the defense as much as you can, and just keep the concepts basic, right? Now you have the wide receiver one, right? Because like the Colts necessarily don't really have that. The Panthers, I think, have the better wide receiver. They have the luxury of having Ted McMillan, who's a playmaker. He can go out, you throw it up to him, he can make plays. You get the ball to him in space. He's got really good speed. So I'm a big fan of what the Panthers have been doing these last few weeks. Now Atlanta, I know you mentioned this earlier. Raheem Morris needs to go. He needs to go.
Yeah.
This Falcons team is way too talented to be 3-7 and losers of 5 straight. There's no excuse in the book for a team this talented to be. I mean, they can't hold a lead. There's big inconsistencies in the run game, which I know you and I can relate to, being Eagles fans. They're 27th in the league in points per game. I mean, how is that possible? I don't know.
No, yeah, it's ridiculous with how much they have in special teams with Pitts, London, Bijan, Algier. It's not acceptable. And I mean, there was the comment on the press conference. I think we addressed this last week with like Michael Penix saying like, yeah, he gets help from like his fiance and like his former coaches, and like people on the instead of anybody on the sidelines. Yeah. It's just like terrible. That's a terrible look. Honestly, that's a fireable offense right there if that is true. Yeah. And I really hope that if Arthur Blank doesn't give this Penix injury as an excuse, I think he needs to be fired.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Especially even go last year, like the Falcons. It was the Falcons' division to lose.
Yeah,
the first half and they choked it, and they just collapsed.
They choked it. Yeah, I mean this Michael Penix experiment, I think it might be over. Like I said, he's gonna have. I mean, I assume he's gonna get surgery for the partially torn ACL in his left knee now. He had 2 ACL tears in his right knee during his time in Indiana and Washington during college. He had the broken collarbone. He had an AC joint separation. He wasn't terrible in this game before exiting. He was actually 13-16.
He's also old too. He's
I know.
25.
I think he might be 26.
Second year.
I think he might be 26.
He might be 26. That's just not good.
I think they need to cut their losses. They're gonna have to suck again next year because they don't have their first round pick. And I mean, like the defense, yeah, they've been better. They've been good at times this year. I mean, I know they didn't have Mike Hughes or D. Alford in this game, so the secondary was a bit banged up. But I still don't think that's an excuse to like, you had this game. You had this game won. All you need. I mean, I think it does at the end of the day fall more on the offensive side of things than it does so the defense, because I don't think the offense is really helping the defense in this specific scenario. But I just don't see why you're sticking with Raheem Morris. He's been so mid for the last several years, and I think this year it's coming to a head. So I think he should be fired. We'll see what they decide to do in the offseason, but Atlanta falls to 3-7. Panthers 6-5. I got that future over 7.5 wins.
There you go.
Money. Money. We love it. All right, take us to Arizona, Kyle. We got an NFL history.
NFL history taking place in Arizona with Jacoby Brissett breaking the record for most completions in a game. Congratulations to him. I'm just pulling it up the number. I think he had 47 completions. Very good man right there.
47 of 50.
You would think if they broke the record, 47 for 57.
That's crazy.
6-7.
Please.
But yeah, he broke the record. You'd think like, breaking the record for completions, they must have been a close game. Absolutely not. 49ers smoked the Cardinals 41-22. Very first play of the game was a 99-yard return, which then led to a Christian McCaffrey touchdown. I don't know if you saw George
Saw the
Kittle's comments after
bang.
the game saying that who was, I'm trying to see who I
Sky
forgot who the
Moore.
guy who returned it was. Oh, Sky Moore. Should have known that. Was really high on Sky Moore at one point. But he returned it, and George Kittle was saying that, yeah, he did that for the Christian McCaffrey fantasy owners. He purposely went down at the one so that Christian McCaffrey could get his touchdown. He's looking out for the fantasy managers. Shout out to Sky Moore.
That's a big
after
play
all the
right there.
fantasy managers, he probably burnt for the times when he was originally drafted and people thought he was going to be a sleeper. So
I was high on him. I was high on him.
I was high on him too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, Jacoby Brissett broke the record. Good for him. I mean, the Cardinals look better with Jacoby. I mean, this is damning on Kyler Murray. He's done.
I think it's so damning on Kyler Murray, honestly. I mean, is it time for the Cardinals? I mean, I don't think it's time for them to consider moving off of him, but I think you have to have a plan in the future, right? Because
I think they don't really have an out next year.
They don't. So I looked up his contract details.
Him, but either way, they really don't have an out.
I looked up his contract details. He's signed through 2027. He has a club option in 2028. His AAV is $46 million. So you're like financially, you're tied to him through at least 2 more seasons.
Yeah, but they have an out, and I think they have an out in 2027.
Okay, well,
they have like a realistic out. They could. I mean, you could do whatever you want. The Denver cut Russell Wilson.
Yeah, you could.
So I mean, you could do whatever you want. I'm sure. I mean, there's been talks to the KB grapevine of him getting traded. I've heard Raiders and Jets as potential destinations. I don't know if you would want him, to be honest, but he's definitely going to get another shot just as a first-round prospect.
Kyler Murray,
he has shown flashes.
He's literally just a better
personally, I'm kind of like out on him.
Yeah, he's just a better, like the Jets.
I know, he's much better than Fields.
Well, he's a better version of Fields. I feel like he's in the same.
No.
Well, Fields is a better runner. Fields is a better runner, but Kyler's a better passer.
Yeah, but he's a way better thrower.
Yeah.
The problem with him is short, honestly. I think he really can't see well.
Man.
I think he's too short.
I don't like to use the short excuse just because you've seen guys like Drew Brees succeed. You've seen guys like Russell Wilson succeed. But like at the end of the day.
Yeah, but he's like 5'10".
Dude, he's a midge. He's a bit of a midge. So
he's a midge. He looks like a little baby. You got the little baby runs.
I know. Like
him running is hysterical.
Oh yeah, I love watching him run.
Just running away from his parents.
I love watching him run. I think it's hysterical. Yeah, literally, it looks like a little toddler running away from. I love all the memes. I'm sure you've seen a lot of these. More in years past, just because he hasn't played as much this year. But all the pictures, like the AI pictures, putting him on like a kid's body. Like running around out there. I think those are so funny.
Or they I've seen it where they edited the field to look like a playground.
Yeah. Like a swing. Yeah, like a swing set and everything. Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm out on Kyler. I'm with you there.
Yeah, but I mean, Brock Purdy was back in this
game. Brock Purdy's back, baby.
He looked good though.
Big
3 touchdowns, 133.5 passer rating, 19 for 26 for 200 for 200 yards. Not bad. 200.
All right, what we got?
3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
What we got next? You want to do the other KBT's game?
The other KBT games. Ravens. This Browns Ravens. What a game was this? Ugly game. This is arguably probably one of Lamar's worst games in his career, and it wasn't in the playoffs. Who would have thought?
Damn.
But yeah, Lamar looked bad. 14 for 25, 2 interceptions. No touchdown.
Pick 6. One of those
I believe. Yeah, he had a pick 6. Kind of swung the tides of this game. But I mean, was it ever really in doubt that the Ravens were going to win?
Kinda.
A little, but
a little bit.
Not really. They scored 13 in the fourth quarter to win the game. There was the fake tush push with Mark Andrews,
that was cool.
Where he just rolled out for a 40-yard touchdown. That was pretty sick.
We liked
that. Or 35-yard touchdown. That was pretty sick. Everyone's like, "Oh, why have the Eagles running?" I'm pretty sure they have. I think it got.
They have. I don't know if they've done the rollout, but they've definitely done I think it was like a pitch play. I think
they did like a pitch to Barkley.
Yeah, I've seen them do that.
And they did one to Swift, I think, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Against the Commanders.
It's on tape. It's on tape.
Yeah. But so I mean, they ended up winning this game. Browns defense solid. But the big story of this game, Dylan Gabriel, who we both don't really like, we saw him, left this game for Shador Sanders in the second half after suffering a concussion. And Shador Sanders played. I don't know. There's been people that have been saying the grand conspiracy that Shador Sanders, they're purposely not letting him play because they hate Dion and stuff like that. Maybe he's just isn't very good, and that's why he fell to the 5th round.
Yeah.
Maybe he isn't very good. That's why he's the 3rd string. He finished the day with 4 for 16 passing, 47 yards, an interception, took 2 sacks. He did not look good in this game.
He had an intentional grounding as well, I saw.
He had a bad
13.5 passer rating for Shedeur. Yeah.
2.4 QBR.
I mean, the thing is, it's like, and I saw people were like getting after Stefanski too. They're like, oh, why are you not letting him take any first team reps? Like, you've seen how bad Dylan Gabriel's been. Like, why are you not having him prepared? All right,
maybe he's worse.
That's a fair point, but yeah, maybe he's just worse. Like, you ever think of that? Like, you ever think, like they're not with these guys on a day-to-day basis. The people saying this on Twitter, right? And I think Stefanski's, I think Stefanski's a good enough coach where I give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Like, people are like, oh, Stefanski on the hot seat now. Oh, he's doing this. He's messing up with this. The offense is bad. It's not a well-constructed football team, and they're just super injured. Like, they don't have a wide receiver one. Their best weapon is Quinshon Judkins, who literally beats women. And so, that's a big thing. That's a huge thing. But it's like, I just don't think he's like Shedeur. I don't think he's all that good, and that's fine. He's just not ready to be an NFL quarterback. Is he ever going to be ready? In my opinion, probably not, but just give him some time, man. He's a rookie. Like, he's not ready to be an NFL. Like, Dylan Gabriel's not even ready to be an NFL quarterback. And he's a rookie too.
To just go off of that, like, somebody I saw on Twitter, or I guess through KB's grapevine, made I forgot who it was, but they were making a point that, like, being a backup quarterback is like, it's kind of like, people don't think about this, but basically when you're doing an NFL practice with the new PLA, like the labor agreement laws and stuff, they can't the NFLPA, that's the union. Anyway, they like don't practice for that long. They only maybe do like 15 to 20 plays on offense against the starting defense. And so, like, they give them all to the starter because obviously they need the time to prepare.
Right.
The backup really does a little bit against, like, the second team and maybe some scout team stuff. But, like, they really don't do much in terms of reps, especially with the starting offense. And then they're just expected to get thrust into the game and try to win. And that's actually extremely difficult to do if you think about it. Everyone says, backup quarterback's easy. You're just doing the clipboard. I mean, but if you do enter the game, that's very difficult to get into that mindset that, I got to play now, especially as a rookie.
Yeah, especially as you're a little child. Like, it's all mental reps. Like, you can be as mentally prepared as possible. And, yeah, it's going to help you to be mentally prepared, but there's no replacement for physically going through the reps. There's no replacement for that, right? You can be as, like, if I dedicated 9 hours a day to being like studying to be like, this is the hypothetical where I'm in shape to be an NFL quarterback, but hypothetically I'm in shape to be an NFL quarterback. I can be mentally prepared as possible. It doesn't matter if I don't pick up a football and physically throw it. I mean, come on, like, it's So give him some time. I guess he's in line to start next week, considering Gabriel's got a clear concussion protocol now.
Yeah, Kevin Stefanski said today that if Dylan Gabriel passes, he will be the starter.
There you go.
But if he doesn't
first team reps, let's see how he does.
If he doesn't pass, Shedeur Sanders will start. That means he's probably gonna get all the first team reps this practice. So
there you go.
I'm excited to see what he does.
I will.
Next
I
week.
am.
He definitely has a pretty easy test against the Raiders.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Perfect. Yeah. So the Baltimore Ravens, they improved to 5-5, winners of their last 4. Again, I guess the only knock on Baltimore, right, is their offensive line continues to severely underperform. Myles Garrett had 4 sacks, by the way, Kyle. Again. So he's 15 sacks in the year.
I think he leads the NFL he has 15 sacks. He has more sacks by himself than multiple teams.
Yeah, it was he's minus 280 now as of today for Defensive Player of the Year. And then the other thing I had on this one was Mark Andrews surpassed Derek Mason for the most all-time receiving yards in Baltimore Ravens history. So he had the fake push touchdown, and he now has the most yards. And he passed Derek Mason. I really thought it was going to be Steve Smith he was passing, but turns out Derek Mason.
Yeah, I mean, that goes to show you Ravens really have not had good pass catchers over their 20 years of existence.
It's really just been Steve Smith when you think about it. It's really just been Steve Smith. All right, I'm going to take us to Denver real quick. We're going to talk about this Denver Broncos team who I shat all over at the end of last week's podcast because I was like, I'm all on the Chiefs.
has
Hey,
been taking it personally.
I went 12-3.
Who should we bet on next week based on this? I think
So
Chargers,
yeah,
Bengals,
whoever I shit on this week, fade me. Whoever I
Falcons,
no, except the Falcons. They're
Jets. Well, I mean,
except the
there's not really.
Falcons. The Falcons are the
There's
one
not really. I
team.
guess the Packers, but that was more me shitting on.
No, I've been picking against the Falcons ever since that Dolphins loss, and I'm 3-0. So I don't want to hear it. They are the malcontent. They are the one team that you can absolutely shit on, and there's no consequences. Yeah, I mean, this Broncos team was one of the teams I crapped all over, and they went ahead and beat the Kansas City Chiefs, who are now 5-5. Kyle, there's a 4-game difference between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs through Week 11, and it's the Broncos at 9-2 now, tied for the best record in football with the Patriots. This is the first time in 9 games the Broncos put up points on their opening drive, so they got off to a very good start. The special teams for Denver was amazing. Kansas City started 9 out of their 10 drives inside their own 30, with 3 of those drives starting inside their own 12. Denver converted on all 5 field goal attempts in this game, including the game winner from Will Lutz. You had Marvin Mims had a 70-yard punt return. They had a blocked PAT. They blocked a Harrison Butker PAT. I guess for Kansas City, right, Matt Ariza had a really good game. He was averaging 59.5 yards a punt, including a long of 66, so good for him. But there were just a lot of miscues from the Chiefs in this one. Denver didn't have a ton of sacks, but they were constantly in the backfield. They constantly had Mahomes running for his life. Mahomes throwing a pick 6 that was called back because of illegal contact, which I had to dig deep to find this because I literally had to go look up the whole game online and scroll to it because I just could not find it online. It was kind of illegal contact, but I've also seen that called, and I've also seen it not called before. So I believe it was Riley Moss was the offender on that one, who apparently during my research I found is very, very hot and cold on Twitter. People seem to love him. People seem to think he sucks. I don't know. Denver fans, you tell me. But then I guess, ball don't lie because Mahomes ended up throwing a pick on that drive anyway, which, they got down in the red zone and, another forced turnover for the Broncos. So a lot of miscues for Kansas City in this game. And this Broncos offense, man, they just keep living on the edge. I don't think it's sustainable. I really don't. They just happen to show up when they need to. And they had a 20-yard catch to Cortland Sutton on the game-winning drive on a 3rd and 15. They had a 20-yard catch to Sutton. And then Bo Nix found Troy Franklin for 32 yards, which ultimately set up the Will Lutz game-winning field goal. It's, again, I don't think it's sustainable going forward, especially in the playoffs when you're going to be playing, good team after good team after great team after great team. I know they're 9-2, and I know they've looked good, and their defense is elite. I'm still content on that. I think the jury is still out on this Denver offense, and for good reason too. And I think Bronco fans will tell you the same thing: is that they're not sold on this offense being a unit that might be capable of winning a playoff game. We'll have to see. I would like to see some more consistency before I put more of my chips behind Denver.
Yeah, I think you cut the nail on the head on there. My thing with the Broncos, I guess, is the consistency and if this is going to translate for wins in the playoffs. But I can't deny that they keep winning though, and the Chiefs just oh man,
yeah, man.
This was a game they needed to win, and to lose this game,
that's
they
tough.
are not in good shape. Most of the tiebreakers that they need, with even the wild card, I think at this point the division is almost lost. They're 4 games back on the Broncos, and then there's 2 games back on the Chargers, both of who have already beaten them.
Yeah.
And then even the wild card teams right now, the Chargers, obviously, we just mentioned the Bills and the Jaguars have the tiebreaker on the Chiefs. We're in the rut-row territory right now.
We are in major rut-row territory if you're a Chiefs fan. This is not familiar territory if you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Fun fact, when Tom Brady was the same age as Pat Mahomes, this was the year he went 16-0. And now Mahomes might not even make the playoffs.
Wow. There you go.
So who's your GOAT?
I don't know if you saw one more thing on this. I don't know if you saw Sean Payton getting decked by the ref.
No, I didn't see that.
So he was standing. He was standing on the white, near the sidelines, and he got an unsportsmanlike penalty because he's, you can't stand there. You have to be within that little box behind the white. And the ref's like sprinting down the sidelines. Peyton's got his hands behind his back, and then he just like he takes like a quick double take and then just boom. And the ref hits the ground. You see a flag come in from behind, and the ref he's like checking his face. He's like, oh, and then he throws the flag like mid on the ground, like mid pain. He's just like, what the heck, man? So Sean Payton, get out of the way, man.
Yeah.
Did we? Oh, we didn't get all the 4:00 games. We got one more, Kyle. You want to take us?
One
to
more game.
Los
Game of the week,
Angeles.
some were saying.
Yeah, but kind of not.
Kind of not. I mean, close game though, which is kind of shocking considering Sam Darnold turned into old Jet Sam Darnold with 4 interceptions in this game.
Whew.
But somehow the Seahawks were in a position to win.
Oh my gosh.
And when they missed a 61-yard field goal at the end of the game for Los Angeles to hold on 21-19. This game, I mean, I was worried this game was going to mess up the tees when I kept seeing Darnold interceptions.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean, Seattle sticks on. Seattle's defense is very much legit. The Rams offense were struggling in this game. What's it called? Did you see Devontae Adams' stat line?
I did not. Tell me.
1 catch for 1 yard for a touchdown on 8 targets.
Yuck.
That's disgusting.
That's pretty gross. Disgusting.
But yeah, the Rams hold on here. I mean, they did not have a pretty day on offense. I mean, Kyron Williams had a good day rushing, 12 carries for 91 yards. He did good, but then Stafford only had 130 yards passing. Puka Nacua, 75 yards as leading receiver. He had a fumble in this game. And Seattle, I mean, they were close in this with even though 4 interceptions, which is kind of crazy.
I mean, this is a very frustrating loss if I'm a Seahawks fan, right? Because you look at the stat sheet, they absolutely dominated the stat sheet. They had 414 total yards compared to the Rams 209. They had 414 total yards compared to the Rams 249. I cannot read. Seattle more than doubled the Rams first down total. They had 26 first downs compared to the Rams 12. They had 38. They had the ball for 38 minutes, the time of possession, so they dominated time of possession. 38 minutes compared to the Rams 22. The Rams punted 3 times as much as the Seahawks did, 6-2. And Seattle was the more efficient team on third down. They were 6 for 17 as opposed to the Rams 2 for 11. So the ability to win when things aren't perfect, in the Rams case, that's what makes you a Super Bowl caliber team, in my opinion. The ability to win when things are not perfect. And I mean,
yeah, but they got 4 interceptions.
Yeah, no, I mean,
only won by 2.
and I gotta tell you, I'm talking strictly about the Rams offense. I'm saying Chris Shula, defensive coordinator for the Rams. Hats off to you because, I mean, 3 of the 4 interceptions, right? Darnold was under immense pressure, and he was really under pressure for much of this game.
He was under pressure most of the game.
Yeah. I mean, Seattle had to settle for 4 field goals in this game. I think they were something like 1 of 4, 1 of 5 in the red zone. They only had 1 touchdown. And that we mentioned the 4 interceptions. I mean, this is a impressive win for the Rams, in my opinion. This is what makes them, in my opinion, a Super Bowl caliber team.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, Rams winners of their last 5. That's 5 straight too, and now they are in firm.
Yeah, now they are tied for
firmly.
the Eagles, but the Eagles have the tiebreaker, as we all know.
Speaking of the Birds, Kyle, we were there. And we witnessed,
you were there.
Objectively,
Sunday Night Football.
Objectively, this was not a good game, but it was fun for us.
We had a great time. Fun for us for watching one side of the ball.
Yeah, I know. Well, so we were sitting corner end zone, and so I guess we had great seats. We were very close to the action. We got to see.
Shout out the NFL Extra Points rewards credit card with hooked up our friends next to us also with seats. Didn't hook up our other friends next to us who ended up getting kicked out of the game.
Oh my God, I know. Bro, this lady in our section, oh my God. Lay off the Arnold Palmer. I felt really bad.
He's double fisting Arnold Palmer.
So he was a
little tipsy coming into the game.
It was a mom and daughter, and we thought it was just the mom and daughter, but then there were these 2 guys, I guess they were the sons. And the one son, it was his birthday at midnight. So she comes in, she's already hammered. She's yelling at the guy. Oh, come here. Let me get her. I got Tilly.
It's a cat.
Hey, what's up, Titus? Oh, she's gonna run away. Okay, we tried. We tried. Yeah, she came in hammered already, and she was like spilling her drink on the guy in front of her. She was yelling she was like cocksucker, cocksucker. She was yelling all this shit to the
yelling
guy.
Profanities.
Yelling profanity, and so I didn't really see that happen just because it was like where we were is pretty loud. But I looked over and I saw the guy yeah. He was like yelling at her, and then they came down, like she didn't want to leave, and then she finally left, and then the son was like yelling at the guy too because he was like, don't talk about my mom, and I was like, oh god. They were like directly to the right of me, mind you. Like this is all happening.
Yeah, they were right next to Matt.
All happening right away. So I'm like trying to give Kyle the play-by-play because like the game's all the way on the other side of the field, and I'm like, what's going on? Oh, what's going on here? Like, so that was fun. And then freaking on our way into the stadium, that lady made me throw my sealed water bottle away. She's like, no water, no water. I'm like she was a big girl too. She could have lined up as a you know, the Eagles needed some extra edge pressure. She could have lined up, I swear to God. But like, bro, I looked it up.
Nah, we respect women here.
I respect her. She's just doing her job. But I looked it up and she was wrong. I looked it up. I looked up on the Eagles website their policy for sealed water bottles. I am allowed one sealed water bottle in a clear plastic container, which it was, of 20 ounces or less. So she's wrong.
You had 2 water bottles.
I could have thrown one out, or I could have given one to you. Terrible.
The same.
I'll tell you what was wild though, Kyle. Remember when you were telling me about Adoree getting booed out of the tunnel?
That was crazy. So we were there for like the player intros and like all the Eagles. It was the starting defense that got like the announcement. They alternate every home game, but like everyone was getting cheered. Then they announced Adoree Jackson. It was silent and boos. That's all you could hear. And then it would go like to Cooper DeJean. It's like Adoree Jackson. Ooh.
Yeah, it was just like, yeah.
Quinyon Mitchell.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That was crazy. I have never seen that before when announcing the starting lineup.
Number 1, warranted. Number 2, I feel bad because he actually ended up having a pretty decent
he ended
game.
up having a pretty decent
He made some
game.
plays. He made a really good I forget who. I don't think it was Amon-Ra, but he was.
I think it was Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra did not have a good game.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because Quinyon Mitchell was guarding him most of the game. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't have a good game. If you started Amon-Ra in fantasy, should have benched him. Because he's
anybody besides Jamison Williams.
Bro, Q is coming for your wide receiver.
And Jahmyr Gibbs. Jesus Christ.
He is like unreal to watch in person. I wish
he's so fast. Oh my lord.
I wish
I like watching him live.
Yeah, I wish
once he got space, he just went vroom, and the broadcast does not do it justice.
No, I know. I wish he was closer,
turns on like a third, second gear when he runs.
I wish they were coming down towards us. I feel like a lot of the runs he had were like towards the other side of the field, but yeah, I mean, the final score here was 16-9. It really should have been 16-6. The Eagles made a dumb decision to go for it at the end of the game. But
no, I disagree. We disagreed on this.
Well, so all right, you guys tell me. 16-6. It's a 2-possession game. There's like 4 minutes left in the game. The opposition had all 4 timeouts. It's 3rd and 1. So they did double tush push, which is like it's the right play, and like it doesn't 3rd and 1, right? Like 4th and 1, you got to get 1 yard. All right, sometimes that gets stopped. You had 2.
The one thing I think you argue on is because Cam Jurgens and Lane Johnson were both out.
Yeah, well, specifically,
that's the one argument I see saying it's a bad decision, but I specifically Cam Jurgens.
Specifically,
I still think they should have done it.
Specifically, Cam Jurgens under center. So I mean, they got the play right. I mean, they got the play call right, I should say. The Lions just stopped them. Again, the tush push was very poorly officiated in this game. There was a false start. That was not a false start. You had 2 neutral zone infractions that were not called against the Lions. It was very, very just blatantly obvious.
It was a poorly officiated game. I know obviously the national media is talking about the PI.
Oh my god! I mean, come on,
PI
dude.
At the end of the game.
I mean, the officiating was bad, but like, that's all you're talking about. I mean, dude, it was a 2-possession game at that point. Like, freaking relax.
That game, you can't like. I hate when that happens when people say like, "Oh, I was all down to 1 play." But in terms of this game, it like really wasn't.
No,
like it was mainly the 5 fourth down stops.
Yeah.
Crazy.
0 for 5 the Lions were on 4th down, including one of those was a fake punt, which I called, by the way. Kyle heard
Matt
me.
did call that.
I
at
was
the stadium, he
so
did.
I was so happy because like
he got a big chub on after that.
The group behind us was like, "How did you know?" They were like, good call. This guy no." I'm like, "Yeah, I knew that shit." It was just a very quick. It was like near midfield. I think they were at their own like 48. The Lions were, and it was a 4th and 2, and they had gotten nothing going on offense to that point. I think the Eagles had one good drive up into that. I think it was it 6-0 at that point. I think, and
I think so.
it was
Yeah,
either 3-0 or 6-0. It might have been 3-0, but it was like the Lions like 3rd, maybe 4th possession, and I'm like, this is an obvious fake punt situation. This is definitely where Dan Campbell does some crazy shit. They didn't get it, but then, I mean, the Eagles just kept putting on more points. It was it 9? It was 9-6. Or no, so it was 6-6. The Lions would score a touchdown. And then I believe it was Jameson Williams got a penalty,
got the touchdown, and then he got a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct
and
after jumping into the pole.
Yeah, he literally pulled
field goal post.
Who did that way back in the day? Was it Antonio Brown?
Antonio Brown
did that where he like hugged the goalpost, ran just straight into it. I don't know if that was blocked. I think it was.
I don't think it was.
Maybe just
it looked like from our angle, but I like watching it the replay.
I thought it was tipped, but Jake Bates pushed the extra point to the right, and so it remained 6-6. The Eagles got a touchdown before halftime, but like really up until that point, like there was really no need for the Lions to just keep going for it. I felt like they just kept like. The Lions had gotten into Eagles territory a few times. I know they.
To be honest, I think the Lions keep going for it. Says a lot more about the Eagles' offense and how little they trusted it to do anything.
Yeah,
because to look at 5 4th down stops and still only win by 7 and score 16 points total, that's unacceptable.
I mean, so it's like what is wrong with the Eagles' offense? I feel we've had this conversation multiple times now. I mean, I guess from just talking strictly about Sunday night, right? It's a non-efficient run game. The run game is not efficient at all. I think they need to give the ball to Tank Bigsby more. I think they need to give the ball to Will Shipley more. Tank Bigsby in particular, right? He had, 4 carries, 31 yards or something like that? We only saw him like once in the second half. So like that's number one. The play calling remains stale. It's the same shit. I mean, this week it was pepper the hell out of A.J. Brown and shut him up because that was a whole thing this whole week. And I mean, they did, and they got him the ball, but it's like, Jalen was missing some throws. There were some in the second half more so. There were 3 drops in the first half by the Eagles. And I think the real big thing, and you touched on this, Kyle, was the pace of play. The pace of play is terrible. Every time they snap the ball, it's
every time they snap the ball, it's one
oh
second
my,
left.
It's so, if there's no like you get into a rhythm and it's like, all right, take your time. And then you get another big play. All right, take your time. It's just so, like, get these guys going, man.
And it's not even like they do anything to they don't do any motions or anything really. They do some meaningless motion sometimes, but it's not like they're even doing anything to like reveal the defense. Right. They just sit there and snap it with like 1 second to go. Maybe a guy moves, but it doesn't reveal anything. You know how much of an advantage that is to the defense?
Well, I think it's
disgusting.
That's the one knock on Hurts I've had this year. Like the one major knock that I've had on Hurts this year is the pre-snap motions, right? It doesn't look like he's looking for anything. Like I don't see him audibling at all. I just see him running whatever play call it is. There's no, and I've seen it too where it's literally like, he gets the play call, and if there's motion, he doesn't use what the defense gives him at all. And like I remember we talked about this. Remember specifically during the Giants game where he had that interception, right, when they were down 10 in the fourth quarter. The ball in that case should have gone to AJ, right? You had a motion left. Jahan became the primary target on that game, even though you diagnosed like, they pull the guy over. There's nobody helping to guard AJ. He's going to be open this play because he's just that good. Why is that not like, that should, like, as an NFL quarterback, dead giveaway. And you just have.
Well, no, the problem with that is that they did the motion so late and they snapped it so
exactly
late. That safety in that play was more off to the left.
Because then you're
if they had done any kind of motion earlier, or even put Smith as the read instead of Jahan Dotson, I think that would have been better.
Right.
But yeah, the Kevin Patullo's play calling is absurd. Our friend who was kicked out of the game
Oh,
said that she
yeah.
hates him and he's the worst person in the world. That was the most sobering thing she said all game.
Yeah. Maybe that's who she
But
was calling a penis licker.
yeah,
Perhaps.
probably. But like, yeah, I mean, it's just the offense is anemic to watch. But I love the defense though.
Oh my
Jalen
god.
Phillips, like you've said this, Matt, multiple
I
times.
think I'm
I
gonna be right
agree.
about that.
He's brought a new life to this defense.
He is
The
so
defense
fun.
has looked phenomenal the past 2 weeks,
And like all the,
since he's been part of the team.
yeah.
But I mean, it sucks that defense is bailing him out. I don't know if you saw the locker room video the Eagles posted of the team celebrating. The only people celebrating was the
The
defense.
defense. Yeah.
You couldn't find any offensive player could not be found.
And rightfully so. The offense really had nothing to celebrate. I love the work that this defense is putting in and week out. Like they had, I mean, I don't know how many.
Did you see the thing with the batted ball? They had like 4 or 5
I don't know
batted
how
balls in this game.
Yeah, but I saw so.
Did you see
five.
I think in the post game press conference, I think they were talking. Carter or Davis was talking.
It was Jordan Davis
saying how yeah, I think it was Jordan Davis was saying how during the meetings with Vic Fangio and Clinton Hurt, the defensive line coach, they brought up how Jared Goff they noticed something in film with his throwing lanes, so they emphasized that for getting your hands up. And I mean, it was notable. They got they got 3 or 4.
It was 5
pass blocks.
It was 5.
5 pass blocks.
Yeah.
One turned into a turnover,
right,
which was huge.
So
gave the Eagles first points of the game.
And Davis alone had 3 of those. He said that they saw something in Goff's arm angle, the way he threw it. And so they spent extra time watching film on that. They spent extra time in practice, practicing batting balls. I fucking love that. I love that as a fan. That is the type of stuff I breathe for. I live for that kind of thing.
And then Michael Clay said the same thing about they noticed something with the punt formations, or one of some, not even Michael Clay. I think it was one of our scouting department people noticed it, told him they worked on a practice. They purposely left, but a lot of the defense package out for that pump block. The fourth down play there because they saw something on film. But that's just a shout out to the up front office. Shout out to the coaching staff, the defensive coaching staff, mind you.
Yeah,
but,
Michael Clay being the Eagles special teams coordinator, by the way.
Yeah, and special teams. But yeah, I mean, I think right now this Eagles team reminds
They're living
me
on the
lot
edge, man.
of the 2015 Denver Broncos.
They're living on the edge. I mean, I honestly people are like, oh, it's 2023 all over again. The collapse is imminent. The only reason I strongly disagree with that is because this defense is so.
Defense 2023 was terrible.
So much. It wasn't even that the defense was not good in 23, but the thing is, it's
the secondary was terrible.
The secondary was way bad, and also you had 3 different coordinators throughout that year. So it's there was just no consistency in the play calling. There was no consistency in the defensive formations and stuff like that. So I don't think another collapse is imminent this year. But that being said, the offense does have to figure their stuff out. If you're the Lions, I mean, dude, take the points. Come on. I mean, the force down stats were terrible. We said 0 for 5. And I think if there's no change here too, this is going to continue to bite the Lions going forward. I mean, just like it did. Just like it did in 23. Oh yeah, we were getting after Goff because he's not good statistically in the cold, and he likes the dome.
Especially in the wind. It was very windy.
We were calling him Domey. Domey.
We called him Domey.
Get back in your dome boy. But yeah, I mean, this is going to continue to bite the Lions. I think they got to just take the points, man. Take the points. Leave the gun. Take the points.
Yeah, just inconsistency, especially against better teams and on outside. They haven't been that good. I mean, obviously Kansas City, they got blown out in there. Also, again, questionable 4th downs. So yeah, I mean, I think the Lions are going to be fine. I think they still make the playoffs, even though as of right now, they are not in the playoffs. But again, huge win for the Eagles. The Eagles right now have big wins against everybody in the NFC.
Know, man.
And I mean, again, as we said earlier, the Bears game, but honestly, right now the Eagles are in a position if they can clinch the NFC East by Black Friday,
which is
potentially.
Just nuts.
If they win against the Cowboys, win against the Bears, and Dallas loses to the Chiefs, which very much is possible, they'll have the NFC East clinched. They could potentially have the 1 seed clinched by Christmas, which is insane. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll see. All right, we've got one more.
Right now, according to the NFL playoff scenarios, the Eagles, if you assume every game is a 49.5% chance to win, 49.5% chance to lose, and a 1% chance to tie. The Eagles have a 38% chance of getting the 1 seed.
Wow, that's crazy. And is that the most of any NFC team?
That's the most of any NFC team and AFC.
Wow, damn. Well, yeah, obviously an AFC team can't win the NFC 1 seed.
Well, I'm saying
Idiot.
AFC getting the 1 seed.
Idiot.
Broncos right now at 32, considering
Yeah.
those stipulations.
That's great news for me personally. That's great news.
Mhm.
All right, take us. We got one more game, Kyle. Which was last night, which you ended up watching more than I did.
I did end up watching, which is kind of shocking considering what's it called that
we didn't get
sleep
back
well
by the way
night.
until 2
Yeah,
a.m.
we get back until like
no, it was
1:30.
Well,
you were 2.
Me was
I got back
yeah,
at 1:30.
Me was 2 a.m.
But I also stayed up till 2 because I had to clean the grill off from tailgating.
Oh, so did you?
I love tailgating.
You cleaned it after I dropped?
I did clean it that night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
but anyway,
bite the bullet.
Yeah, I ended up watching this game mainly because I really was confident Trey Tucker was going to score.
Fuck that, man.
But
I didn't tell you.
Did the Raiders suck?
I didn't tell that. I tell you, I tied in fantasy last night. 120, and this is the league with decimals, by the way. 125 to 125 on the dot. I tied.
Wow.
Because he started Trey Tucker, and what was it? I was talking to my buddies before the game, and he was like, "Oh, who's scoring tonight?" I'm like, "Anybody but Trey Tucker." Next day, I texted him. I was like, "Trey Tucker, in fact, was the only Raider to score." Crazy. And I bet Javonte Williams to score, who he didn't. I'm cursed when it comes to touchdown predictions. I'm not doing it anymore.
Wow.
Can't do it.
I guess first crazy thing in this game, both George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb were benched.
Oh my god, yeah.
On the opening series.
I want to know, dude.
In this game, I guess I don't know if they really announced what it was yet, but like the offense looked bad the first series, and then they came in and then it looked great. So I mean, I don't know why you would do that.
They said it was
your 2 best players.
They said it was an in-house issue, and then when they asked Pickens and Lamb about it, they both declined to comment on it. So, and loudmouth Jerry Jones declined to comment.
Maybe they went a little crazy in Vegas on Sunday night or something.
That's what I think. That's what I think it was.
Anyway, but Cowboys look great in this game. They came out to a big lead, blew out the Raiders 33-16. Raiders look bad. Fun fact, Ashton Genty's first carry of the game was for 11 yards, or it was his second carry.
What?
Finished the day with 7 total yards.
Wait, what? I didn't know that. I had 6 carries for 7 yards. He had an 11-yard carry?
Yeah, he had an 11-yard carry in this game.
Bruh. 6 of 7
So the Raiders O-line is terrible.
That's crazy.
I'm watching this game. Geno was getting eaten alive, and freaking anytime Ashton Genty got the ball, it was a tackle for a loss. It was terrible.
Yuck.
He was touched every time.
Yeah, he had a safety in this one.
Yeah, there was a safety in this one. Not great. Geno Smith ended up having an interception. Typical Geno. He didn't really play great, but I mean, he was under duress the entire time. I did like the Trey Tucker touchdown call too, because it was a little bubble screen. I saw it lined up, and I was like, "Oh, there he is! He's gonna get his touchdown!" And he did it. It was great.
Terrible.
But yeah, basically, yeah, that's what happened. He ended up winning the game.
Big game for Dak too. I had 4 touchdowns in this one, and like you said, right? So the Cowboys D line looked much improved. I mean, granted, it was against the Raiders, so you got to take it with a grain of salt, but. I mean, it is something. It's noteworthy to consider, considering they're playing the Eagles next week. Banged up O-line.
I'm very excited to see how they do in that game next week. The line already shifted. It opened at 4.5 for the Eagles. I think based on this game is what lowered it now to 3.5.
Yeah.
So it makes a little sense. But I mean, I think that I honestly wasn't too impressed by Dallas. I mean, they definitely like kind of beat up on a bad team. But, I mean, there was some plays that they should have had. There was a 1 touchdown to CeeDee Lamb where he was wide open, and Dak kind of overthrew it to the boundary. This was near the end of the game, though. The game was already over at this point.
Happened.
But, it's good to get another point. But, yeah, George Pickens looked great in this game. CeeDee did. There was that 1 touchdown that George Pickens did where he, like, juked by, like, 2 people to score. That was pretty crazy. I mean, if you're a Dallas fan, you got to hope they get a deal done with George Pickens, because him and CeeDee Lamb are an amazing receiving duo.
A 1-2. Yeah, that's something they could definitely build on in the future. The one thing I did want to talk about in this game was, the Cowboys had a nice punt, which led to the safety by Ashton Genty. And then the Raiders had the super rare onside punt.
Onside kick after a safety.
Onside punt, as it's known. The first one since 2020. And to my knowledge, I don't think I've ever seen an onside punt successfully recovered. But this one absolutely had the best chance. AJ Cole was a beauty. 5.1 seconds of hang time. And basically, it's like an onside kick. So, right, the ball hits the ground, it's live. The ball, the Raiders just stood there. Basically, they just stood there and just didn't do anything. And
it bounced right in front of them. And it just went right to kick.
It went right to Pickens. So it is what it is. But you could have boxed Pickens out or something, to try and attempt it. So still waiting for that. We're gonna have to wait another 5 years for the next onside punt attempt. But noteworthy. All right, Kyle. First of all, congratulations. First win of the year.
Oh, thank you.
Took 11 weeks, but we are here. The KBT's got its first win. If you guys saw on Instagram, got a lot of traction on that post, by the way.
Yeah.
So congratulations. A $25 investment would have returned you $66.42. We're gonna try and build on that momentum in week 12. Is that correct?
That is correct. We are gonna try to build
on
that momentum, and let's see. Let me just pull it up real quick. But here we go. KBT's week 11.
Week 12.
Or week 12. What am I doing? Week 12. Bouncing off our win.
Can't live in week 11.
We're going to start. Here, we already won week 11. Now we're on to week 12. We're going to start off in the 1 o'clock window with give me the Lions against the Giants. Right now, I think it moved back. I got it at 3.5. Right now it would be -4. I'm seeing that it's right now -11. This is because, as we stated last time, I bet on the Lions after a loss, which was against the Commanders. The Lions are right now, I think, undefeated against the spread following a loss, especially an embarrassing loss like that. Giants, again, aren't a very good football team. The Lions are also at home. Jared Goff is a domey boy. And I think that the Lions are very frustrated after that loss to the Eagles. Dan Campbell's going to have them fuming during practice this week. And the Lions coming off a loss against a bad team at home, that's just a recipe for a blowout, and I don't see why not.
I wish this one was 2.5, but it's not.
And obviously you want to beat the 3, but 3.5, 4. Lions are winning.
They should win by a touchdown.
Even the regular spread, they should cover.
They should win by
cover this game.
They should win by a touchdown. I think they should win by.
Yeah, and also, they have the bulletin bureau that they're not in the playoffs. That they suck now. They only scored 6 points or. Yeah, whatever they scored.
Yeah.
11 points last week, just not good. So, yeah.
I'm in there.
Or 9 points. So, yeah, I think Lions win. I think they cover the regular spread. I might just bet the regular spread as well. But Lions -3.5 or -4, whatever. They're going to win this game by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just recipe for that. Next game, another game in the 1 o'clock window. Kind of surprised that Sunday night this week was not flexed. No. Or no, this Sunday night this week. Next week I'm talking about. Anyway, but I'm surprised this one to move to the 4 o'clock window. We have the Colts at the Chiefs at 1 o'clock, and I will be taking the Colts at +10.5. Kind of shocked that the Colts are dogs here. I think the Vegas and the public are still all over the Chiefs. What have the Chiefs shown to give you confidence, Matt? I mean, right now they're 5-5. Most of their wins have been against bad teams. Against teams with winning record, I believe they're 4-5. Or 1-5. It's not great.
Well, the
Colts right now, they've covered +10.5 in all of their games. They're coming off a bye, so they're rested. And I don't see the Chiefs, even if they do win, this Chiefs team is not blowing anybody out unless your name is the Raiders or the Giants. So I just think, even though the Chiefs are at home, I don't see them winning by 10 or more. Colts are hungry. Chiefs are desperate, but desperate teams don't always win. And 10.5, that's a lot of points. So I give me the Colts plus
10.5 is a lot of points. I think the only team the Chiefs have blown out was the Raiders, who are the actively play football in Las Vegas. I don't know. Colts. I hope the bye has given them some time to
right now. Yeah, the Chiefs right now have covered 10 and have beaten a team by 11 or more. I'm just double checking. I think it's only been 4 times, which was against the Commanders without Jaden Daniels. And if you recall, that game was close in the first half. And when they had against the Raiders, which the Raiders suck and they were historically bad in that game. They did it against the Giants with Russell Wilson, and they did it against the Ravens without Lamar. Or Lamar got hurt, which again, it was close in the first half.
I tend to agree with you on this one. I mean, the Chiefs defense is still really, really good. And like I think the Colts, given some time on the bye, I think that should probably help them. They've been a little bit turnover happy in the last couple of weeks that they've played. So, I mean, 10.5 is a lot of points though. It's a lot. I know the Colts are going to be on the road here.
It's a lot of points.
Colts are on the road though. I don't know. I haven't really looked at the slate, so you're coming off a win. Let's do it. Go Colts.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to root for the Colts.
Go Colts. Yeah, it'll be fun to root for the Colts. Next game, we moved to the 4:00 window. This was a late edition. I had built the teas before last night based on what I saw. This was a late edition just because of watching the Raiders, how poorly they played. Yeah. Give me the Browns plus 10.5 at the Raiders. I don't care who starts for the Browns. That Browns defense is going to eat the Raiders alive.
Yeah.
With a low over-under, the over-under in this game is only 36.5. A 10.5 point spread is very juicy, and I think that the Raiders.
I'm surprised you didn't take the under.
Raiders, yeah, but that's a lot of points. That's a lot of it's a low under. I don't really like going for over unders that much.
Have you seen Shador play
in there?
Have you seen this Raiders?
Yeah, no, but like
play? They put up 16 points against the freaking Cowboys, Kyle.
I like Browns 10.5 more because I think
I'm in it. I'm in it here. Look, just to be clear, I'm with you. Cleveland plus 10.5. I'm with you. I think I might love the under even more. So if you feel better about the under, maybe you do that. In my opinion, but
maybe do that. Yeah, I think the under would be 40. That would be 43.5.
That's too many points for these teams.
I
think.
But you never know. You never know. But also the Raiders have never covered. They've never covered minus 10.5 in any game this year. The closest was against the Titans. And the Titans are very doo-doo. Browns, I mean, they've been blown out, but I mean, most of their blowouts have been against good teams. Against bad teams like this, I'm just checking real quick.
Non-division teams, the Browns don't really get blown out, I feel like.
Yeah, but right now, I mean, like if you look at the Browns games, for example, like the Patriots boom out, Patriots are good. Jets beat them by 7. Ravens this past week only beat them by 7. Then they blew out the Dolphins. Steelers blew them out, but like divisional game. Vikings game was close. Lions blew them out, but that was Lions after a loss. Packers game was close. Ravens blew them out, but again, divisional game. So yeah, I mean, like the Browns have comfortably covered this in most games outside of a couple divisional games, and then the Lions coming off a loss in Detroit.
That's fair.
So I did this Raiders team. They're already talking about Aiden O'Connell potentially. That's KB Grapevine news potentially taking first team reps.
Aiden, that's coming in scares me a little bit. I think they're
maybe, but I mean, we'll see though. But I just think the Browns defense is really good. I don't see the Raiders blowing them out. I would be shocked.
Yeah.
Browns still play tough. They played tough last week. Myles Garrett's clearly trying to win the Defensive Player of the Year award. He could potentially go for the sack record.
I know,
He's at 15 sacks on the year.
He could get there.
Still got a lot of games left to play.
By the way,
7 games left.
9 of those came in 2 games.
He's got 7 games left, so he could easily get the record, especially if he gets a lot in this game with this bad O-line. So yeah, give me the Browns plus 10.5.
I like it. All right.
Last game. We're going to Sunday night yet again. Sunday night to decide the tees. Give me the Buccaneers plus 13.5 at the LA Rams. The Buccaneers have covered this spread in every game but one, which again was the Lions after a loss at home in Detroit. Man. So, and the Rams offense low key. Everyone's like, "Oh, I love the Rams. They're so good." If you look at the Rams games against good teams, they aren't that great, They've been playing teams close. Yeah. So if you look at the Rams schedule, obviously the game against Seattle yesterday that they could have lost that game even with 4 interceptions. They beat up on the 49ers who were again injured and they didn't have Brock Purdy. They beat up on the Saints. They beat up on the Jaguars, which that was a weird London game, whatever. They only beat the Ravens by 14 without Lamar. They lost to the injured Niners in overtime earlier. The Colts game was only 7 points, and Nevada and Mitchell scores.
Yeah.
Who
Oh my
knows
gosh.
how
Yeah,
that
you're
game
right.
goes? The Eagles Rams game. Eagles came back in miraculous Falcon. I was there for that. Rams didn't really impress me there. Obviously the game against the Titans again, that was close for most of the game, and then the game against the Texans, which was also close.
Yeah.
So everyone's saying like, "Oh, I love the Rams, love the Rams." I think that's mainly just based on 2 blowouts against the Niners and the Saints at home, and then this Seahawks game, I think that should have been a blowout. It was close. I mean, I don't know if this is just my preseason notion on my not being super hot on the Rams, but I mean, this Bucs team, if I'm trusting anybody to cover 13.5 points, it's Baker Mayfield, especially coming off a loss. And that right now they got the Panthers right on their tails.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the Rams probably still win this one, but the Bucs are going to keep this game close. I think they're going to stay within a field goal, and within a touchdown even. I think even the regular spread is a good bet. So I like Buccaneers plus 13.5. They've covered this in most of their games.
My only concern is that the Buccaneers defense is kind of banged up a little bit right now. I tend to think that their offense should be, in theory, able to score with this Rams team. I don't think Los Angeles is necessarily a tough place to play. And Baker Mayfield got that dog in him, so
you do got that dog.
14's a lot of points. I'd be surprised.
13.5.
Well, I see 14. I see -7.
No, him to get 14 points.
You might be able to get 14.
Oh, if you're getting -7, I love that even more.
Yeah.
You get 14.
Yeah, you might get 14. Because that way, in the event it's a 2-score game, could potentially get a push too. We'll see. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So, give us the rundown one more time.
So just to recap real quick, the KBTs is officially I'm going based on what I got.
Yeah,
some of the lines obviously moving,
Hey,
obviously just based on.
If you listen to the podcast and then look at the
just
post,
being this early, that's one thing. Everyone's like, KBTs, I'll come up with the teas. It's so good, and they come up with it on Saturday. Part of the reason with the pod, you got to come up with it this early in the season.
Correct.
This early in the week.
Correct.
Sometimes that bites you in the butt, But yeah, I like my KBT. I'm just trying to find the what
you got competition from the manager at 2020 now. Thinks he's hot shit.
I know. Yeah, but he had 2 scares. I mean, honestly, you could argue
he had the backdoor cover. He had
quite comfortable.
Detroit plus 9.5.
More comfortable than his.
That was a sweat.
But anyway, I think I know it by heart because I love my teams. Yeah. Anyway, so here we go. We got just to recap real quick. We got the Lions against the Giants at home -3.5. Then we have the then we have the Colts plus 10.5. Yep. Browns plus 10.5, and then finish it off with Buccaneers plus 13.5.
Let's get a win, Kyle. Let's get a win, Kyle. Let's get a win.
Get a win. Get it, build off, and then get ready for the feast next week.
Ready for the feast, baby. 8 legs.
The KB feast.
I love that.
8 legs.
So to go over the rest of the Week 12 games. Oh, this Thursday's game is actually pretty interesting. We got the Bills at the Texans. Bills getting 6 points on the road. I mean, the Bills are just so inconsistent, right? So I guess your question is, can Josh Allen be a superhero on the road against the Texans? I don't know. I feel like this could be a trap game, Kyle. I feel like this could be a trap game, especially coming off a win.
It could, but like the Texans don't have that good of an offense.
Dude, with Davis Mills.
I mean, they are at home.
Davis Mills will get the start in this game, by the way. CJ Stroud has been ruled out.
Oh wow,
still in
concussion
protocol. Still in concussion protocol.
Soft benching?
Nah, I think this is
soft benching.
Perhaps. I don't know.
But
man.
No, I'm not that confident in Texas. I think the Bills should win, but I mean 5.5 is a lot of points, but that's an odd spread. I mean, the Bills should cover, and I think they should win.
We'll see. I might surprise some
Bills
people.
are hot. Bills need to keep pace with the Patriots. So I mean,
I might surprise
Texans,
some people.
They're also desperate trying to make the playoffs, but who knows?
I'm gonna think about taking the Texans on that one. We've got the Vikings at the Packers. I guess a year ago that would have been a better matchup. Packers getting 6.5 at home. We've got the Colts and Chiefs, as Kyle said.
I don't know though.
What with 6.5?
Number 9 can get them,
baby. Yo, if it's a close game in the fourth quarter, bet 9. Bet on 9, baby. We've got the Pats taking on the Bengals. We got the Steelers.
Jamar Chaseless Bengals.
Yeah, the Jamar Chaseless Bengals. Thanks a lot, Jamar. I got to figure that one out now. We've got the Steelers.
Steelers, Bears.
Yeah,
no
Steelers
Rodgers coming home to his alma mater. Sad.
No Rodgers.
Potentially.
Bears getting 3 points at home.
No, they're saying day to day. There's a chance. There's a chance. He
no,
hasn't officially
I
ruled
think
out.
he's going to be out. I think he's going to be out.
Oh, we'll see what happens.
They say he's iffy for week 12. I think he's going to miss it week 12, but we'll see. We've got, what else we've got? God, there's not that many good games.
Eagles, Cowboys.
Eagles,
Kelly
Cowboys.
Green's on the road.
Yeah, I don't know, Kyle. This one might be a trap game. I don't know. It's gonna be.
I almost picked the under in this game for the T's.
It's gonna be hard for me to.
It's already been dropping. It opened at 50.5. Now it's at 48.
47.5. I got 47.5 now.
Oh wow!
It's dropping a lot. You said it opened at 51.
Yeah, no, opened at 50.
That's a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is kind of looking like a kind of a perfect storm, just because. Got the Cowboys coming off a really dominating performance again against the Raiders, but still they looked really good. They were.
I'm low-key kind of glad they won that. I think the Eagles are good, and I think they're going to beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys defense is
still bad, so
maybe this could be a get right game.
I mean, we said that against the
and it's Kelly Greens. You can't go against the Kelly Greens. Kelly Greens are magical.
We said this against the Giants, and that was absolutely a get right game, and then they just seemed to take 3 steps forward, 4 steps back. So I don't know. It's gonna be hard for me to pick.
No, Cowboys stinky. Eagles are in Kelly Green. You can't go against Eagles and Kelly Green.
We got the Falcons and Saints. That's always a good one. Saints 1.5 favorite at home against the Falcons.
Yeah.
And then
crazy.
Bucs Rams Sunday night, and then Monday night we've got the Panthers at 49ers. 49ers getting 7 points on the road or at home. That's a lot. That's a lot of points. I mean, it makes sense. In theory, it makes sense, but it's a lot. It's a lot for a feisty Panthers team.
Feisty little Panthers team, yeah.
And then we've got the Broncos, Chargers, Dolphins, and Commanders on bye. So that is your Week 12 preview. Again, could be sponsored by Carmex. Carmex, get yourself some and squirt it down. I'm not holding this correctly. I'm not going to hold it correctly. Sponsor us first. But yeah, that. Oh no, we got one more thing, Kyle. We got one more thing.
Here we go.
I got kind of a double, right? Because I've been getting into the tailgating game a little bit more this season. Wasn't historically a big tailgater, but Kyle's kind of put me on. We got this portable grill.
I love the portable grill.
For
delicious.
his birthday this past year. I've been working that the last couple of weeks. As the designated grill master for the Picks podcast. I enjoy that shit a lot. And I don't know. I mean, tailgating, I feel like is very underrated. A lot of the times, like growing up, when I was going to football games, my dad would bring us, we'd drive in, and then we'd just kind of walk around the stadium and do our thing, which I guess is fine, right? Because you're not really going to tailgate with children, if you're a bunch of adults, right? So, especially if it's just, the 4 of you or whatever, just immediate family, but I've been having a hell of a time tailgating. We've got another chance to tailgate coming up here in week 15? Week 15 when we're gonna go to the Eagles Raiders game. So I'm absolutely down for that. One thing I do gotta say though, so I did all my shopping at ShopRite. The self-checkout at ShopRite is 100% my op. It's my op and a half, bro. Every time I go and use it, there is something wrong with the machine. What's in it? Please take your receipt. Or the freaking, what is it? What does it say? Please wait for assistance. Please wait for assistance. That thing lives in my head. Every time there's something wrong. Please place your item in the bagging area. Shut up. Let me scan my meat and get out of here so I can make some burgers and then I can put them on the grill. I don't got time for your bagging area shenanigans. I don't. So, self-checkout at ShopRite. Figure it out. Tailgating, big thumbs up.
Good job.
Thank you.
Love tailgating.
Appreciate it.
So yeah, my one more thing is in the college world of football, this weekend is the 161 meetup for the rivalry. College football's most played rivalry is Lehigh versus Lafayette, meeting 161. Lehigh is number 4 in the FCC. Lafayette is ranked number 24 in the FCC. Lehigh is currently undefeated, 11-0, coming off a 27-7 win over Colgate, which was unfortunately called early due to lightning with 4 minutes left to play, and they didn't cover the 20.5-point spread that I bet on them, and I didn't get refunded because there was less than 5 minutes to go in the game. But that's a whole nother issue.
That's terrible.
Lafayette right now has won 3 straight, including a 35-28 triumph over Richmond last week. This is the 8th time Lehigh and Lafayette will play with the league title at stake for both times. And this is also, I think the last year also the Lehigh beat Lafayette to win the Patriot League. That was when the fans stormed the field and took the goalpost down and brought it all the way to the river, which I've done that hike before. It's a lot of I think it was like 2 miles all the way down the mountain. This game's gonna be at Lafayette, I think, to celebrate their like bicentennial and some lame crap like that, you know. But like go Lehigh though. I'm gonna hammer Lehigh spread. If you want to add it to the teas, I would highly recommend. I think what I'm seeing online, I don't think the books allow betting on it until probably Friday or Saturday morning. But I'm seeing on the books that it's going to be 6 points. So hammer that.
Through the grapevine.
And through the grapevine. But yeah, Lehigh's going to win this game. Lehigh's great right now. I think Lehigh leads. They're one of 4 undefeated teams.
Wow.
The FCC. They're like one of the only
a
couple
FCC?
undefeated teams. Yeah, the FCS.
FCS.
God damn it.
FCS.
Yeah, the FCS.
I was like SEC.
I apologize. Huh? This is also the first time in the Patriot League era that both teams are nationally ranked for this game. This is crazy.
I would actually want to watch that game. It sounds like a good game. Sounds like an actual.
I am gonna watch it. I'm very excited. I'm gonna be in New York watching this game with my fellow alumni.
I might turn that.
Yeah, the Mountain Hawks lead the FCS in rushing defense. They held 6 of their last 7 opponents of 6 of their last 7 opponents. 6-7 and 9 of their last 11 overall under 100 rushing yards.
Wow,
which is crazy.
They're
really good.
Mountain Hawks.
They'll be tested by Lafayette's running back, who's ranked 4 nationally with 1,300 yards. Crazy.
Good. I feel like in college, good defenses tend to win. So I think we're in a good spot. We'll have to see. But go Mountain Hawks.
I'm very excited though.
All right, that'll do it for us. Got a nice, interesting week 12 slate coming up. I'm super excited. It's getting to be crunch time in fantasy.
Yeah, first team could be eliminated from playoffs this week.
Yeah, and that's true. So I'm gonna start.
Breaking news.
I think I'm gonna start posting the playoff standings and whatnot. Probably closer to week 13. I think week 13 is the first week I'm targeting, or going into week 14. So that would be through 13 weeks. I'll start putting those up probably on Wednesdays when I post the teas. That seems to make sense. I've been trying to get the podcast. I've been slacking with the podcast a little bit. I've been busy at work, man. So I'm gonna try and get the podcast.
Well, Giants can get eliminated from playoff contention with a loss and a Seattle win, or a Minnesota win, or a Dallas win.
Which is weird.
Seattle's also playing.
Which is weird to me.
Also tied.
Yeah,
but they're playing Tennessee.
It's weird to me that the Giants are the first team and not the Titans or like the Saints or something like that.
I don't know. It's just kind of weird how things work out.
That's how. Yeah, I guess this is how the NFC works out. So. But that'll do it for us. We will be back next Thursday. We will be back next Tuesday. We've got the KBTs and the KB Feast, so be on the lookout for both of those. But until then, enjoy your week. We are 1 week away from Thanksgiving, so get excited. It's the best time of the year.
Ooh.
We will talk to you guys next week. Take care, everybody.